Today we are going to be preparing one of my best combos, pork and posho. Hello there, my name is Rita and I'm the cooking nurse, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, you're so much welcome. Please make sure to join the family by subscribing. Anyways, let's get into the cooking. We're going to put our washed pork onto a pan, season it with salt and cover it until the fat renders and it produces its water first and then fat later on. While that is going on, we are going to shred our cabbage because this is a staple. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Try this recipe. I promise you're going to love it. We are going to shred our cabbage into smaller long chiffons or shreds, and that is going to enable even cooking and faster cooking. This is how our pork is going. The water has been produced. We are going to pass in our stick just to make sure we turn it, and the salty or seasoned part also faces down, which ensures uniform seasoning, and then all the liquid gets the salt and everything is just uniformly tasting the same. Then as that is going, we are going to go on and chop our vegetables, which are onions, tomatoes. Those are all we are going to be using, and garlic. This is going to be the base of the sauce, so you need at least enough tomatoes. If you do not have access to raw tomatoes, you can use like a whole can of canned tomatoes. I used 3 of them, and half an onion, a red onion, and then 2 cloves of garlic. Press them down. This is going to enable them become easier to peel. Yes, these are aromatics, so that means you're just building up the flavor. Nothing so special. If you do not like garlic, you can leave it out. That there is no such thing as too much garlic gang. Yeah, we don't see you guys. Anyways, as you can see, the fat is starting to render. It's getting out of the pork. The pork is ready at this point, but we want it as crunchy as we possibly can, which means it's going to reduce in size, but the more we cook and the longer, it's still going to regain some of the moisture it has lost, and it will plump up. So don't be scared, but also don't over render it and it becomes like hard, because when all the fat is removed, some of the pieces can get hard. We are going to try to drain the excess fat, because no one is trying to drink in pork belly fat. Please, if it's too much that you have drained out, you can add in later on at this stage, but I think I had remained with enough on the pan to work with. Anyways, I work with so little oil, which means you have to learn how to manage your heat and time. So don't be scrolling on the internet while you're cooking with very little oil. Please put in the onions mixed with garlic and saute them until they are fragrant and the aroma is starting to come out. And then you're going to put in your tomatoes, the chopped tomatoes. They should be finely chopped, and preferably in dices or these small cubes, so that the skins do not come out, since we are not peeling our tomatoes. And then we are going to mix this together. Remember, the pork is already seasoned, so we do not need salt at this stage to break down the tomatoes. But if you hadn't seasoned your pork, then you'd have to put in some little bit of salt to make sure your tomatoes break down much easily. We cover to trap in more heat, and this is about 8 minutes later. This is how juicy and easy it is to blend the tomatoes. I'm going to go in with my Royco, the one with curry, so the curry and mochuzi. This is one of my favorite newest combos, and I'm just going to mix this. Plus, the first time I ate pork was in those pork joints, and they usually use these local spices, and it's so nostalgic for me when I recreate a recipe with the exact spices that I had the first time I had it. So I'm going to put in the Royco water, and then go in with Worcestershire sauce, black pepper and paprika, and then I'm going to mix this. The paprika is specifically to enhance the flavor and the color, and this is how it's looking. So ready to indulge. You can eat it at this stage. I picked a few pieces just in case you count and they are not enough. Yeah. And then I'm going to go in with chili. Now for me, this is the game changer in this dish. I can meal prep this, pack it, and just keep on warming every day. Yeah, put in enough chili and then mix this together, and then we are going to add in our cabbage at this stage. The reason I added in the Royco liquid, like enough of it to make this stew, is because the cabbages are going to be absorbing most of the liquid and making it the consistency I want. If it's so dry, the cabbage is not going to get ready, and I do not want crunchy cabbage, else I would have made a salad. So yeah, I'm going to transfer this onto much lighter flame, so the smaller burner, and then I'm going to go on and prepare my ugali. Yeah, start by pouring in water into your pan, or you can cook it aside in a kettle and then transfer it here when it's boiled. And once it starts boiling, I I like to regulate the water by removing some, keeping it aside so that in case I put in too much flour, I can be able to, manage and adjust the consistency. So I'm going to go in with my ugali or posho, and then I'll start mingling, making sure the water mixes with the posho or the flour. And once it's like this starts to get clumpy, I noticed that it was getting hard, and I'm not Kenyan, so I'm going to add in some little bit of water to loosen it up. Yeah, continue mingling, making sure you eliminate all the lumps. This is not the same as posho, so you need to be a little bit, rather not the same as millet. So this one is a little bit more graceful. I also realized the consistency was not coming, so I'm adjusting again with flour. Some of these things don't even have like standard recipes. Okay, they are there, but still, you'd have to wing it. Please. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed as we mingle our posho, please make sure to subscribe. It helps this channel grow. It helps me as a person grow. And when that AdSense money is coming in, that means I have all the money I need to buy in the ingredients to show you all the other recipes that you need to become a great home cook. Anyways, shape your ugali in the pan and then you leave it there. We are not putting this back on fire in the banana leaves, so we'll just keep on turning it and shaping it on all sides and covering if possible to make sure all the heat goes through, and we do not serve raw or uncooked ugali. Yes, we do not want people to visit you and they go home with dios. Thank you. Anyways, the posho is ready. I'm just trying to turn it onto the other side, like a ninja. I shake the pan until it moves and then turn it on the other side, let it cook too. This was the second time I was turning it, and it's all done. How hard or how easy? Tell me, do you know how to mingle posho? Or is this something you have grown up eating or know how it's made? Meanwhile, for people going to be asking, what is the white thing? This is made from maize. So we grind maize and make flour. And it's ready. We are going to transfer it onto a plate. I do not like it when it's like high, so I usually press it down with another plate so it's like flat. Which gives me an illusion that I'm not eating too much of it. Back onto the pork. This is how it's looking. The liquid is starting to reduce and the cabbage is starting to loosen up and become more soft, but I still want it to go like lower. It needs to loosen up the audacity and the strength, and I'm the boss here. So anyways, this is how it's looking. The liquid almost is gone. And the cabbage is low-key, like mushy, all blended in. And this is how I like it. I'm going to go in with fresh coriander leaves or dhania, toss it around, and it's ready to serve. Enjoy with a family, friends, or whoever, or even alone, just like myself. No, I had this with my husband, but it's still enjoyable alone, but better with a group. See you soon in my next videos. Bye.